Good morning and happy Friday, everyone. I hope you all are doing well on this amazing Friday. Ain't y'all glad it's spring? I am so glad that it is spring. I was just anticipating springtime coming and just excited about springtime. So good morning. I think that's my daughter who jumped on Instagram talking about, hey girl, good morning, daughter. How are you? You're supposed to be in school. Get off of Instagram. But anyway, good morning everyone. I am just here with a quick message. Just a few things that I have been thinking about this morning. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all woke up counting your blessings, just thanking God for where you are and just waking you up. That is enough alone to be grateful for. So, just always wake up in the mood for gratitude. I tell people all the time, when you open yourself up to blessings, it literally, when you open yourself up to being grateful and counting your blessings, it literally opens you up to being blessed even more. God rewards our gratitude. We have to acknowledge Him and thank Him every single day. I don't care who you call your God, what religion you stand under or what have you. Being grateful is for everyone, not just a certain religion. It is literally for everyone. So I was thinking about accountability today because I did an in-person motivational speech on Wednesday. I go out into my community and I talk to the people in my community because I think it's important. Every community struggles, but I think it's very important to keep your community and the place that you live in uplifted. Doing whatever that you can do to play your part in uplifting your own community. You have to live there, your children have to live there. Sometimes we think, that it doesn't have anything to do with me, and that person is where they are because they chose to be. And we all make mistakes, we all fall short. And a lot of people that I talk to on a regular basis are people who had major setbacks for whatever reason. Whatever decisions that they made in their life played a big role into why they ended up where they ended up. So I'm out speaking Wednesday, and sometimes, it's always amazing to me, and I'm learning how to deal with people more and more, especially people who are in tough situations. And I'm like, listen, when I was out there going through the things that I had to grow through in life, nobody held my hand through it and said, oh, it's going to be okay. It was rough. I got kicked in my gut by everybody, so, I'm not there to like hold nobody's hand, and like I feel sorry for you because you are where you are, because accountability is everything. And that's what I want to talk about today, because it's always that one person who is like, what are you talking about? And this and that, and this person was raised with a silver spoon, and they just want to be combative to everything that I say. And I don't argue with people. I always give people the right to say whatever they want to say, however they feel, whatever is on their mind. I respect wholeheartedly what people have to say, and I give everybody an opportunity to speak. When I'm speaking, I want to know how you feel and what you have to say and why you feel the way that you feel. So I gave this one person an opportunity to speak, and he was talking about the economy and the government and how we owe China money, and it was a whole list of things. I don't know. The drug man, and he worked and made a whole lot of money, and he don't have it anymore, and now he has health issues and all of this kind of stuff. And I'm not here to I'm not minimizing any of that. Those are serious issues that needs to be paid attention to. And then at the end of his rant, he was like, well, I think he said 54 years old or something like that. And he was like, well, I'm at the end of my wire and I'm just waiting to dwindle away or something like that at 54 years old. And I'm like, no one should ever speak the end over themselves. A person without hope is lost. If you don't have anything to just be hopeful for, that one thing, like, yeah, I do have these health issues, but I can still walk. So, let me walk to the doctor and see if doc can work something out or something. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like we should never give up hope on ourselves. And on top of that, there was no accountability. And the things that this man was saying, like, he minimized hit the part that he played in why his situation ended up the way that it ended up, when he said, well, the drug man got most of my paycheck. And then he stopped there, but everything else he just went on this major rant about. And I let him say, like I said, I let him say everything that he had to say. But all I had to say, the only thing that I had to say when this man got finished talking was, there's no accountability here. Because I heard everything that he said, but I did not hear him hold himself accountable for his situation. And when we don't hold ourselves accountable for where we are in life, that leaves absolutely no room for growth. You cannot grow if you don't hold yourself accountable. We have to learn how to claim our role in the situations. A lot of the things that we go through, it may not be our fault. We can't control the families that we were born into. We cannot control the government and what they are choosing to do, or all of that kind of stuff. The price of eggs, the price of gas, and all that kind of stuff. We can't control any of that. The only thing that we can control is ourselves. And when we get better, that's when our lives get better. It may sound cliche, it may sound corny, it may sound like, like it's not the truth, but if you don't believe me, give it a shot. When you begin to work on different areas of your life, one by one, that is when your life begins to get better. When you begin to work on your emotional, just being the emotional part of it, your emotional health. When your emotional health, being able to control yourself emotionally, that is so important. We got big stuff to do. Like, we just got major moves to make, and we can't allow ourselves to get all broken up into pieces, fall all over the place, fall all over the ground like a 2-year-old, spitting and crying and kicking and screaming every time things don't go our way. We have to learn how to gather ourselves emotionally, take accountability. Okay, maybe it's something that I could have done to prevent myself from being in this emotional frenzy. Maybe I shouldn't have even taken time out to have a conversation with this person, because I know that the last time I had a conversation with that person, I didn't feel so good. So why do I keep thinking that it's going to change next time? Like, I know talking to that person doesn't make me feel good. You can't control how other people are, but you can control who you choose to associate with. Instead of talking to the person that puts you in emotional distress, why don't you have conversations with people that makes you feel good emotionally? Because it's a ton of them out here, and if you can't find one to talk to, go watch something on TV that'll make you feel good, or watch, something positive, or talk to your favorite person. If you're a grandmother, from what I hear, all grandparents love their grandchildren. Don't pay me no mind, y'all. I'm not ready for the grandparent part of life yet. I have a step grandchild soon to be that I love so much, but I hear that grandparents are crazy about their grandchildren. Call somebody who truly makes you feel good. Your child, your grandchild, your best friend, and all. If you arguing with your spouse 24/7 and y'all can't get this issue resolved, don't talk to them right now. Talk to them when the fire go out, when things calm down. If you want to have a good day, you have to be intentional on having a good day. If y'all start arguing first thing in the morning, you going to have a bad day, or you going to be in a bad mood. You ain't going to feel like dealing with nobody in they bull crap. And we think we don't have control over those things. And the part that you play in it is you can control not arguing with that person. I just want to have a good day. I want to get up and listen to something motivational, something that's going to keep my spirits up, or maybe some gospel or whatever makes you feel good first thing in the morning. Instead of arguing with your spouse, take power over your day. And if you choose to have time this morning for this argument and your day don't go so well, don't go out here blaming it on your coworkers in traffic and all that kind of stuff, and you cussing the whole time to work instead of enjoying the journey because you chose to argue with your spouse this morning. I'm just using this one thing for example. It can, whatever that looks like to you. Take accountability for where you are. And if you don't like where you are, be purposeful about making it better. We have to learn how to humble ourselves. We have to learn how to humble ourselves. We have to learn how to close our mouths. We have to learn how to choose growth. Like, I would rather grow and move on to the next level of my life than not take accountability for my actions. So when are we going to start doing that? Like, I want to grow. I want to get better. I want to be smarter. I want to be wiser. I want to be wealthier. I want whatever you want to be. I don't want to be in a situation. I want to be happier. I want more peace in my life. So I want all of these things to unfold for me. So I am going to choose that. I'm going to choose that over being petty and arguing or whatever, and not taking accountability for the role that I play in why my situation is the way that it is. In all reality, you can't control none of this that's going on the outside. You can only control this. What's going on the inside. You can only control you, your person, your body, your mind, the things that you think about, the things that you choose to do, the actions that you choose to take, the words that you choose to say out of your mouth. So, it is time to take accountability for our own actions. This year, the year of 2023, we will claim it to be the year of growth and elevation, because we want more for our lives. We want to do better. We want to go further. We want the things that we are praying for. And without taking accountability, it'll be almost impossible for us to reach where we want to go in fullness. I heard Steve Harvey say once before, years ago, and this stuck with me. I had to hear this maybe 5 years ago. Steve Harvey said, very successful Black entrepreneur. For those of you who don't know who Steve Harvey is, made a great success out of himself, started from the bottom. Steve Harvey Show, still doing great things right now till this very day. So shout out to you, Mr. Harvey. But Steve Harvey said the most successful person in the world is the one who knows how to take accountability for his own actions. And that is the words of somebody who been through hell and back and was able to create generational wealth for his entire family, make a multi-millionaire out of himself. That man used to sleep in his car. Okay, so I'm quite sure during his growth and his success, he had to learn how to take accountability for his own actions. It was a process in his growth. It probably was a time where he was not very accountable. And he like, okay, well, this is not getting me very far, so let me try to be accountable. And that's where he saw his growth at. So I mean, if you don't believe me, you can look up that I mean, you can search everything, Google, YouTube, whatever, where Steve Harvey said that the most successful person in the world is the one who knows how to take accountability for their own actions. Albert Einstein, one of the genius, he was just an absolute genius. He was an innovator, created so many things. Albert Einstein will go down in history forever. He said, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is insanity. And I know when I went through recovery and I was in Narcotics Anonymous and Alcoholics Anonymous and all of that, I heard them say that quite often, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is insane. So you expecting your spouse not to get on your nerves or not to pluck your last nerve or whatever. You expecting this person to not be who they authentically are, because people are going to be who and how they are. It's up to you whether you want to associate yourself with these people, because associating with the wrong person can literally stunt your growth. It will deteriorate your health. It will choosing the wrong spouse. Like let's talk about choosing the wrong spouse. Something that I know. So look, Shad, that's my bro. I ain't gonna lie. My ex-husband, that's my bro. I bangs with him like that, even to this very day, but he just wasn't the spouse for me. He just wasn't all a great of a spouse, period. Not saying next go around. I told him, you get another opportunity to be a great spouse to someone else in the future, you need to do better next time. But choosing the wrong spouse will be detrimental to your health, to your finances, to your mental health. You will go insane. You will literally, your life being with the wrong person will literally take you lower. You will be here with the wrong person when you will be here either by yourself or taking your time out to wait for the right person. And I know y'all know I ain't lying. Like, I'm not the only person in the world who has chosen the wrong person, in their life. Sometimes we have to choose ourselves, and we have to choose our lives and our future and our health and our mental health and our family and our children and being a great example and all of that kind of stuff, instead of just allowing ourselves to settle for whatever that we are settling for just for the sake of saying that we with somebody. Come on, we got to do better. We absolutely, positively have to make better decisions for ourselves. And one thing we have to do is learn how to be accountable for our actions. Nobody is holding a gun to your head, making you make the decisions that you are making on the regular basis. We all are adult people. I believe that most of the people that view my videos, and shout out to y'all, I love y'all, thank y'all for your support viewing my videos, but we are all adult people. We are grown. We make decisions for ourselves. We pay our own bills. Nobody is holding a gun to our head, making us do anything. So if we choose to do the wrong thing and we get the results of us making the wrong decision, we can't be mad at nobody but ourselves, because situations will arise. People will be how they are going to be. There is nothing we can do about what the government does. I mean, I know we have the right to vote at election time and all of that kind of stuff. I'm not discouraging anyone from going out there and voting, but I don't even know how much weight that pulls at the end of the day. But we can't control what the government chooses to do with taxes and gas prices and all of that kind of stuff. And we don't have control over any of that. But what we do have control over is ourselves. The things that we choose to do on the regular basis, the decisions that we choose to make. So if your life is not where you want it to be, or you are so far away from what you actually want in life that you can't even see yourself obtaining your goals or your hopes or your dreams because of the situation that you are in. If you want to be closer to where you want to be in life, you have to take accountability for your own actions, where your life is, and the things that you do on the daily basis. I'm talking about your everyday habits, your day-to-day habits, the people that you talk to, where you put your money, the things that you think about, conversations that you have, the words that you speak out of your mouth. I had to tell people that, just like I had to tell that young man when he just gave up hope for himself. I was like, oh, it just hurt to hear someone say that about themselves. Like, I'm at the end of my wire. That's it for me. And if God woke you up this morning, so first of all, if it is the end for you, if this is the end of your wire, it ain't even for you to say so. That is God's decision to say this is the end of their wire, or whatever. That's God's decision to say, if or when all hope is lost. But you waking up in the morning is a single indication that hope is not lost for you, because he gave you another opportunity to try again. So, I mean, you saying that all hope is lost, that's not even your decision to make for yourself. Because in our reality, our life is in God's hands. He is the author and finisher of our lives. He is the great I am. He wakes us up every morning. I mean, there's people out here. Someone laid down last night and had their whole Friday planned out. What they was going to eat for dinner tonight, go to the movies, whatever they was going to do on Friday, enjoy their weekend, whatever. And they did not even wake up this morning. And that's just the reality of it. That is just simply the reality of it. When I heard Oprah talking about 9/11 and talking about the people who died in 9/11, like they had a lot of them were fairly young people who had their whole lives mapped out for themselves. Got up that morning, drank their coffee, ate their toast, whatever they had to do, their daily, routines, whatever they had to do. And it didn't even occur to them that it was a slight possibility that was going to be their very last day on earth. But it was. That was their destiny. That was their final destination. Them getting up, going to work that day. That was it. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people died in 9/11. And here we are. So oftentimes we take the time that we have for granted. We think that we have so much time to get it right and all that kind of stuff. The younger generation is the ones with the most opportunity because they're young, and you have all this time and opportunity. If I was thinking 20, 30 years ago, the way that I am thinking now, I would be off to the races. Like, I would be all the way in it. I mean, I'm grateful for my lessons. That is one thing that I thank God for, is the things that I had to grow through. I don't even say go through. I say grow through. My trials and tribulations, even the family that I was born into, I had to go through that stuff so I could sit here before y'all and give you my testimony about how God allowed me to make it through. Some people just don't make it at all. My dear friend died last year. Her testimony was the same as mine. She was a survivor of childhood molestation. It totally took her mind. I'm grateful for to be able to sit here and say that I am a survivor of childhood molestation, and I am here to tell my story about it. I'm not completely lost. God allowed me to make it through the things that I had to go through. He allowed me to be in a healing phase, in a growing phase, in a testimonial phase, that I can stand here and tell people that I made it. So I'm grateful for my trials. I'm grateful for my trials. No, I don't take accountability for the things that people did to me, especially as a child. No child deserves that. Nobody deserves to be abused in any kind of way, period. You know, whether that's sexual molestation, verbal abuse, physical abuse, any kind of abuse is just not okay. I believe us as human beings should not do anything to each other that we do not want done to ourselves. And I don't think we grasp the concept of that. You know, we go around doing and saying things to each other that we won't necessarily appreciate someone doing it to us. Like, how would you like if somebody did that to you or to your child or to your grandchild? So if you know you wouldn't like it on the receiving end, then why are you doing it? You know, so I mean, it's inhumane to me, you know, after a certain extent, because I mean, that's just not humane. We should treat each other how we want to be treated. But we in a growing phase right now. Listen, it's time to grow. It's time to grow. It's time to fulfill our dreams. It is time to do the things that we want to do, that we always wanted to do in our hearts and in our minds and in our spirits. So we are going to start by taking accountability for the mistakes that we made. You ain't got to backtrack. You ain't got to replay the tape and go all the way back. You can start from today. Like, what am I doing today? Like, what decision am I going to make today that is going to have a not so good effect on my tomorrow? What seeds are you planting? You reap what you sow. I mean, I believe it. I'm not sure if it says it quote unquote that way in scripture, in the Bible, but it's the word of God. We have to watch the seeds that we plant, because that is what we are going to reap. So we could go around blaming everybody else for why our situation is the way that it is if we want to. But you also, okay, blame everybody. If you're the type of person that have to blame everybody else, but take your part in it too. Don't just blame everybody else, because you play a part in where you are, why you are where you are as well. It's not just on everybody else, especially as an adult person. Every decision that you make, you know, you should be able to take accountability for. So come on, y'all, let's grow. We got to do better. We got to grow. Listen, I know I probably lose a whole lot of friends this morning, but these are conversations that I have to have with myself, because I want too much. I want too much out of life and from God. I'm asking God for too much to let something like accountability get in the way for me obtaining the things that I am asking God for. So at this point, it's like by all means necessary. That's where I am with it. Like, I don't know where you are, but that is where I am with it. So let's grow. Let's grow. Let's take accountability for our own action. Let's do better next time. We're going to be forgiving of ourselves and the mistakes that we made in the past. We are not perfect. We are all human beings. We will make mistakes. It's okay. But next time, we are going to do better, so we can have better results, better outcomes, closer to our dreams, closer to our goals, and get to where we want to be at in life. So we're not even going to see accountability as a bad thing, because it's not. See it as a good thing. Think of accountability as putting money in the bank. Like, everybody like money. I know I do. Like, you know, just think of accountability as depositing another check into your bank account. So that's how we going to think of it. Like, accountability is not a bad thing. Like, think of the role we play in it. Boom. Get over it. Move on to the next thing. Level up. It's all about growing, getting better, and by all means necessary. So I talk to y'all like this because I love y'all. Listen, I care about y'all. I'm not going to be the only one out here winning, because your girl is winning. Listen, we all going to be winning. We all going to obtain the things that we want in our heart and in our minds and in our souls. And we're going to do the things that we have to do to reach our goals. Listen, today we take accountability for our own actions. We take accountability for our own actions. We choose to take accountability for our own actions. God bless you. You guys go out here and kick some Friday, but be very intentional on having an amazing day. Tell yourself that today is going to be the best Friday of my entire life. I plan on walking out here and having a great Friday from the time I walk out the door to the time I come back to my humble abode. Every step of the way, the journey is going to be amazing. And every step of the journey is going to be okay, no matter what I have to do, whatever hurdles that I have to jump over. I'm going to do it gracefully, and God is going to be with me. He's going to be with y'all too, so don't worry. It's enough God to go around for all of us. So I love you guys. God bless you. Have an amazing Friday. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, True Value Knowing Your Worth, on YouTube. Also, check out my books. They are all available. I have 4 books available on Amazon, paperback and Kindle version. If you just like to listen to audiobooks, I do it all the time. So, True Value Knowing Your Worth, that is my first book. Walking Treasure, Discover Your Hidden Treasures. Feed Your Soul, Your Personal Guide to Health and Wellness. And my latest release is Religiously, a closer look at spirituality and religion. So y'all go ahead and do something for yourselves. Buy yourself those quick reads, powerful, motivational, educational, inspirational, just something that will help you a little further along the way. When I read motivational books, I don't read books once or listen to audio books one time. Sometimes I listen to some of these things over and over and over and over and over again. Life is repetitive, and I want to get better. Like, I am just so purposeful at this point of my life about getting better, living a better life than what I used to live. So I want that for y'all too. So peace for now. God bless you. Y'all go ahead out here and enjoy the rest of your Friday.